going to learn today is we will learn how to use color pencils in layer by layer technique rather than just coloring it dark and not able to blend it. And we will try to work with from how to get different blending technique and mixing technique of color pencil so that we get the realistic, very close to realistic look of the object of whatever we are drawing. Okay, yes, drawing or coloring, correct. So now let's say I have a house here. Okay.
Now it's too light.
Yeah.
I can see.
Now let's say I've drawn a house. Okay, now let me draw one more house because I would like to show the difference when we are using colors directly dark and when we are trying to blend it. Okay, excuse my drawing may be a little bit teda meda, but this is mainly to understand the technique. Okay, now what we do is, let's say I want this yellow ochre color on the roof of my house. Okay, now first I will color in the one where we try to do the wrong way, and that is most of them do that. So that we don't make that mistake, so I will show you both the difference. Okay, now generally when you all see a drawing, what we can see is the final color, correct? We don't know what is underneath that color and how exactly they got that color. So what happens is when we see a final drawing and we start coloring with the one which is on the top layer, and then you say that I'm not getting the exact color. The reason we don't get the exact color is because we are not following the layer by layer technique. We are trying to get this yellow ochre on the top.
Ma'am, that's how the general view thing.
That's exactly the general view thing, absolutely correct. So what we do is we start coloring with yellow ochre directly and we start giving it the darker look. Okay.
Ma'am, why do we do that now?
Because when we go in the general view and not the artistic view, we think that is the color which has to be done. Okay, now maybe on top what you have to do is yellow ochre only, but not exactly this shade of yellow ochre. Now when you do this, you feel that this is not looking exactly the way it is looking in the final picture from which we are taking reference. So what we do now, in order to get that, we take yellow, either medium yellow or deep yellow type yellow, and we start coloring yellow extremely lightly, not dark, because if we make it dark, we will not be able to blend this color.
Ma'am,
Okay,
if you make it dark, the colors will slip off.
the color will also slip off. Exactly, slip off, correct. So we go very light. Okay,
Then we have to kind of see color. The yellow I can see the color.
exactly, yes Anishka, correct. So now I have colored my yellow over here with a very light shade. Now I will take yellow ochre. Now again yellow ochre, I will not color this dark. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm again gonna go light on it,
Why is that?
because I don't want to become dark, because if anything goes wrong or if any certain place I have to add any shading value, so if I make it dark, I will not be able to do that. Okay,
Now you should make that yellow. Actually, doing it layer by layer, it looks more good.
and it gives a more realistic kind of a look.
Yeah.
Plus it doesn't become dark, but it becomes dark in the right places.
It gives the emphasis.
Exactly, it gives that emphasis. Excellent, Karuna. Now see, now I'm going to do third layer. So I'm basically not darkening. I'm basically making another layer on that. So it is becoming dark on its own, isn't it? Though I'm applying slightly more pressure than the previous layer, but it is becoming dark on its own. Now let's say I want to add a bit of shadow in between. So I will take the dark brown and I can just work on it. But if I try to do that over here, see, it is not coming exactly the way. Can you see the two difference?
Yeah, it's very different.
Correct? Over here, I'm getting the proper dark brown look that I want in my picture. And I'm also enhancing the roof. Now let's see if I want to make it like a thatched roof.
Like a roof made out of wood.
Yes. Now I can just add little bit of dark like this in wherever I need to.
Like add a little bit of wood.
Correct. Now I need to blend this part. Okay, because what we will do is we will not show that it is just ending in a place. We have to show that it is gradually becoming light. Isn't it? Because when any light source falls, it gradually fades away. So we have to bring that gradual decrease in the dark shade. So what we do, we just start from where dark brown finished and we color our.
Like we did on that flower.
Exactly, absolutely correct. And then I just make. Now if I need to make any part darker, now I will apply more pressure on my yellow ochre pencil and I will make it dark.
Mommy, you stop. No, it isn't.
Okay?
Okay.
Now if I try to do the same thing what I did here in this one. First of all, I will not get that dark brown effect over here. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Plus,
Dark.
it just becomes dark. It just becomes dark. It doesn't give me that difference.
Doesn't blend.
Doesn't blend, doesn't mix. Isn't it? So you all can see the difference?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's say, now here we worked with 3 colors. Now I want to bring the difference of layer in the shades in the value with just 1 color. How? Very good question. How is what I will show now. Okay, first tell me till here we are clear, right?
Yes, ma'am. The light to give the real effect, you'll make it dark.
Exactly.
And you will use the same color, but you will use it lightly than darkly.
Correct. So what I'm going to do is, I will be holding it in this position. Not like this. Like this. Okay? And now let's say I want to color the wall of house. So let me keep these 3 colors a little bit aside. Okay. Now I hold little bit behind and I start shading or let's say coloring very lightly. As light as possible just to leave a layer behind. Just to make sure that the wall has got a color on it. Try to avoid the door and that circular window, the ventilation thing.
The ventilation fan.
Yes, the ventilation window or the exhaust fan area. Okay. Now this is as light, it's almost not visible, but it is not white also. Now I change my hold and I hold it a little bit in the middle of my pencil. Till now I was holding here. Now I hold here. And
It's more like a stronger grip.
stronger grip, yes. Also, right now, till now, I was going up and down. Right? Now I will just go in one direction.
Yes, down.
Now depending on your drawing, if you need to show darker at the bottom, then you will go from down to up. But here we will show dark from the top, so we will go from top to bottom. Okay, so we will come downwards. We will not go upwards, we will come downwards. Okay? But again, if you see, I am not making it very dark. But it is slightly dark compared to the previous layer. 2 reasons. One, because I am giving slight pressure on my pencil. And second reason, okay, now see. Since I am coloring on a colored layer, automatically it becomes a double layer of red. So it will become slightly darker. And I am holding it in front and I am having a stronger grip. Okay?
Ma'am, why are you shading a little bit darker than left side?
No, I was having a more hold over here. So I can do the same thing here.
That's because the roof shadow.
Yes, because here I have more cast shadow.
Ma'am, I'm muting myself because it's heavy rain.
Alright. Because this side, Devna, I have more of a cast shadow. Because of the roof, because of the house and everything. And this side I don't have anything. So that's why the darkness over here will be lesser than that of this side. Okay, so this this part of where it should be more dark, where it should be less, that we decide depending on our light source. Okay?
Ma'am, it looks like watercolor.
It looks like watercolor. Okay, now I will start with my third layer where I need more impact, where it needs to be more dark. Okay?
Now you'll hold it closer to the tip.
Now I will hold more tight also and closer.
But then the pencil lead will move.
No, it will not because I'm not holding like this. That's actually a very valid thing. Since I'm not holding like this, so my pressure is not on the lead, so it will not break. I'm holding it in this way. So the pressure is evenly getting distributed in your lead. It's not on the tip. Okay?
If the pressure is on the tip, the lead will break.
Exactly, the lead will break. Now see, now I'll make it more and more and more dark over here, but not so much dark in this place. This I may not even do it, I'll just leave this part because I know that I have more shadow on this side and not on this side. Okay? I will have shadow a little bit below this, below the round part. So I will make this part darker. Now since this is a very small area, it's not as big as this much. I don't have much area to play here. So I'm going to hold it closer to the lead and I will go like this. Now will be my final and the fourth layer, which I will come here, which will be very dark to the tip of the roof. Right?
Mom, is there a tree?
No, we are not adding any tree right now. Okay?
Ma'am, how will the rock way look of the shading?
What will the wrong way also? Yes, the wrong way also I will show. But before that, let me come to this. Now we see some points, the dots and the line ending. We need to blend that, right? Because we need to show that gradual decreasing.
It looks like half the house is dark and then
Yes. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to hold the pencil back in my middle hold and I will go from downwards but in a lighter way, and I will just go and meet where the shading has, where the dark shade has stopped. Right?
Also, on the door also, in the left side part, the shadow is also going to come, right?
Absolutely. This side it will come for the door. Because my light is coming from here. So all these part will become darker. Right? So for door,
If the light is coming from there, then how come the shadow is coming on the roof?
yeah, because see the roof's shadow is falling here.
Yeah,
This one's shadow is falling here and it will also fall little bit here.
yeah.
And the door shadow will be here.
No, ma'am. Then how come if the light source is coming from there, then how will the roof be dark?
So the roof is getting darker here. The roof is dark because of the hatchet, because of that thatched thing.
Oh.
Because the thatched thing, it makes a little curvy kind of an effect. So when it curves from here, after this line it becomes darker. Again it's light on the top. Again when it curves, so every curved line becomes darker, which is shown with the dark brown line. Okay. Now coming to the wrong technique. I know that my actual picture has to look like this. What I start doing? Full dark. And light.
That's really the wrong way.
That is really the wrong
Does it
way.
look like a house?
Now if I want to make this part dark, I cannot because it has been already made dark. And I don't see much of the difference in my dark areas.
Man, when we do it in the wrong way and we cannot erase it,
Correct.
how are we supposed to make it the right way, or are we supposed to
By
make
crossing it and redoing it. That's the only way, because even if we try to erase this, let's say, the dark one will erase. Now the problem that happens once you erase, your color pencil will start slipping on it and you will not get the proper color. So that's why we always say, never erase in color pencil and shading pencils, because then that place becomes very smooth and sometimes it becomes very rough. So when it becomes rough, it becomes too dark, and when it becomes smooth, your pencil slips. Yeah, so when it becomes rough only when the paper texture is very thick and very grainy.
You're in your car?
Okay. Alright. Now, let's
My art class is going on.
let's come to the door. So the same thing will be done for this side also. You will first go light and then go dark. Now let's come to the door and this part. Let's say I want it to be the same color of the roof. First yellow, and I'll go round. Keep in mind, I have not yet done the finishing. My roof pencil line is still seen. I can still see some white spaces. Okay, that finishing will be done after we finish all these parts. Okay, so I color very lightly with yellow. I take dark brown, and this part I make it dark because this is the inside of the window. And then I take yellow ochre and I just blend that. And in the wrong way, what will happen is you will start coloring with dark brown and then you will color with yellow ochre. Now, do you see the difference in the dark brown here and the yellow ochre here? This is because we had the light yellow at the base. And here we did not have that. That's why here we are getting the proper one. Now for the window, for the door also, let me draw a little bit kind of a open door over here. Okay, so I will first color the inside part of the door. Okay. And let me just make one layer on the, the open one of the door. The reason I'm going slanting is because the door is opening inside. So I have to show that it is going inside, right? Now I will take dark brown and I will just make this part of the door darker. Because this is going inside. I cannot see that inside part so clearly as I can see this one. Right? So I will make this part darker. And then again I will blend it with yellow ochre. So I get the gradual shading. Okay.
Now, if the door is closed, how are we going to color?
Okay, the closed door also I will show it to you. Now we will color the inside part because inside is going to be dark, right?
Yeah.
So now on top of this, I will not be coloring yellow ochre. I will straight away move to dark brown. And I know that this part will be the darkest. Obviously.
Yeah.
So I start making it dark.
Can you move your hand here?
Okay. Alright. And now I will take yellow ochre and will just blend it. I will again take dark brown because this is the inside part of the house I can see. I will color on yellow ochre with this. Now to make a difference with the door and the inside part, I'm gonna use black. Yes, and I'm just gonna make a line for the door and make this part of the inside part of the house really dark.
That too is black.
Just with black. Now see, if I color black only, this is how it comes. But since I'm coloring on dark brown, it's not exactly like tar black, right?
Like pitch black.
Yes, it's not like pitch black, correct.
Ma'am, so the closed door?
Okay, now for the closed door. Okay. So let's say we have a closed door over here. That means we will just have like this and nothing else.
Yeah.
Or let's say we have a plank here. Correct? Now for the closed door, we will not use the light yellow as the base. Okay? I will just color yellow ochre. I will leave the middle part. Okay, I have done a very light layer of yellow ochre. Now I'll start with the second layer of yellow ochre, wherein the corners and the top part is what I will start making dark.
Oh. Ma'am, all the corners?
Yeah, the two corners and the top, not the center one. Center one we will not touch now. Okay, now you move to dark brown. Make that center line with dark brown. Basically the door where the door comes and gets closed. The two sides of the door. Yes, where the two sides comes and gets closed. If let's say you have one panel, then this thing will happen in the corner. Whichever corner the door is coming and closing, and not the road. I'm sorry. I was about to say road instead of door. And then you make the top as dark. Now,
Ma'am, are we supposed to make the top as dark as possible?
no, not as dark as possible, just dark. Yeah. Now you just make random dark lines on the door. If it's a wooden door, to get that wooden effect, if it's a steel door, then you will just leave it in this much. But if it's a wooden door, you will again take yellow ochre, and in between you will make in some places slightly dark.
Ma'am, while you do the color pencils, have you like people say that when you do the
is exactly this is how you do it. How I'm doing it now. Okay. Now going by the light source in this one, our light is coming from here. So in this also, so obviously this center part will become slightly darker.
Ma'am,
Yes,
you did not show us the brown way.
I'll show that also. Now over here you just take dark brown or black, any one of them, and you go little bit in slant. But small strokes, okay? Not the dark stroke. I mean not the long and the big strokes.
Okay.
Slightly slant, and you make this part darker, and you then just come from the top, and then you just make random darks. Now you take your light yellow and just go all over it. And then if you want to make the doorknobs, if you want to make any designs on the door, there you have it. Okay? Now the wrong way for this will be, people will directly start with black because they can see black first, because black is very prominently seen. So they will first take black, then they will see, okay, there's a little bit of yellow ochre also, a little bit of yellow also. They will randomly do it without realizing that there is dark brown also over here. Because what they will think is that this part is looking lighter because yellow has been done on black. But no, we have dark brown, then we have black, and then we have yellow. Isn't it?